Hey guys, hope everything's going well. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. And today I wanted to get into this topic of top loaders. And before I get into this, I just wanted to say that I'm not sure how long I'll be working from home, and I'm taking advantage of it and doing a bunch of these videos for the time being. If I'm going back to the office downtown Chicago, I will not have the time to do all these videos on a daily basis or every other day. So going back to the topic of top loaders, there's three top loaders out there. There is cardboard gold, like I have over here. There's also Ultra Pro. I don't have any Ultra Pros on hand. And there's BCW. I've never used BCW. Anyways, there's a quite interesting phenomenon going on with top loaders. As an individual or company working with my wife selling these, first of all, it's so hard to get a hold of these now. Companies that we talked with, one of them said that, there's no shortage out there, just the demand is crazy. That means that there is a shortage. It just means that just because the demand is abnormally high, you don't have enough supply to, meet the demand. And, for instance, cardboard gold, whenever they're dealing with e-commerce folks like us, they're getting sold right away. And it's so hard to get a hold of these. And on top of it, I've been told that there have been bots buying these top loaders, bypassing other individuals who may actually need them. Some dealers or some e-commerce folks like us trying to resell it. This is part of our business, and we can't get any inventory on it. And if you go back a year ago, there was no problem in acquiring these. I remember before the pandemic hit, you could get about 40 of these for $65. And if you wanted to get 80 of these, and what comes in this is 25 count. This is just a normal top loader. Like on eBay, I think it's Columbia Sports Cards or whatever, Columbia Hobby out of Washington, the state of Washington. They were selling 80 top loaders for about $120, free shipping. Now you have to pay double that if you want to get 80. It's quite insane. I think it's going to be much more. And you have to remember that shipping costs are going up now because of COVID. The inflation cost has gone up. And, it's just quite crazy. You're paying all this money for top loaders when you could have gotten it very cheap last year. You could have bought multiple. You could have bought cases. You could have held it for a year, and you could have freaking made a huge profit on these. Granted, dust will accumulate on the plastic covering these, but if you have it open like this right now, dust will still accumulate. But anyways, yeah. I've been noticing it's just so hard to get a hold of these. And the fact is that if people are buying up cars like crazy right now, there's a lot of flippers. And what's going to happen to these prices? Will they continue to go higher if the demand of sports cars go high? And, there's still COVID going on. Sure, there's the vaccine. But get this, what if there's a COVID variant? So is it going to be all over again? All this money printing leads to higher prices where right now you have to pay, maybe $150 to get 40 of these? What's going to happen if inflation goes even crazier? You're going to have to pay $200 for 40 of them? So $5 a top loader on the wholesale level? And then, retail, what is it going to go to each individual customer? Is it going to go to like $10, $11? Another thing about top loaders, we had not an easy time. I mean, it took maybe 1.5 months to sell X amount of top loaders. I'm not going to tell you how many. And then what happened was when we got these top loaders, a month, 2 months ago, we sold out in a week. It was insane. What usually took us 1.5 months to sell, we were able to sell in a week. It's insane. So I'm just looking at it. Okay, this is also an example of how crazy the card market is. Compare that from a year ago when we got involved in selling top loaders and sleeves. We're trying to grow our e-commerce business. We're trying to diversify. And, this tells me that, okay, the demand for top loaders is quite crazy. I don't want to be aggressively buying cards right now as a result of this because, there's a lot of Johnny come latelys and they think that they could flip and flip and flip and make an easy buck. It's like Top Shot. People think that they could flip and flip and flip and make a huge profit. In the beginning you can, but eventually the market will get saturated. And we're not forgetting the backlog at PSA. Some people are saying it's 5 million, some people are saying it's 10 million. It's crazy town, man. Crazy town, man. The other thing I wanted to get into about top loaders is that the other company, Ultra Pro, so I can't confirm this, but actually I can confirm this. I saw that they were involved in PPE equipment, for COVID. And as a result, they're not putting that much inventory out there for top loaders. So this could also be the other reason why the prices have gone crazy. And sure, there's problems with the COVID and the shipping, the cargo, the delays, the inflation costs. So it's like all of these issues started to happen during the pandemic. I just find it quite interesting. And over time, is Ultra Pro going to get more involved in PPE equipment? Because I don't see COVID going away. I mean, in the UK, they're thinking about giving a third dose of the vaccine this later this year to older individuals who are more at risk of COVID. So, is Ultra Pro going to be investing more in PPE than they are in top loaders? That's something to think about. And, if there is a sale on top loaders, maybe, if you have a lot of cards, you may think about getting that. Or you may want to think about getting maybe card savers or semi-rigid holders. I actually have some over here. But yeah, it's something to think about. What do you guys think? Let me know. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. And I'll talk to you later, guys. Thanks. Bye.